can't be in this kind of toxic environment, so I left the church.
I wanted to know what the other side looked like. I wanted to feel how it was, so I deviated. I wanted to serve two masters. I felt you can go to church and you can still...
Life before Christ was actually, it was like a dark room, like hidden away from light.
But I think I would say I got saved immediately after university.
It was a service, and there was a deep hunger.
Once you don't have Christ, you are worldly. Once you are not godly, you are worldly.
So life before Christ was you were dumb. Life after Christ is sweet.
But until a soul is saved, the person is not saved. Jesus is the way. He's not one of the ways. He is the way. Definite article, the way. And until you know that way, you can't get to the end. You need the way. Who will show you the way? It's not like Jesus. So come back home.
Okay, my name is Oluwatobi J. Miracle. I'm a final year philosophy student of the University of Abuja. I'm a GFC founder, which is an all-girls foundation, and I'm also a YouTuber. I don't remember the date in particular, but I remember the year. It was 2022. Yes. Okay, so this is the thing. Before I fully got saved, right, I was always saying the salvation prayer over and over again. So more like I was in and out, right? Until that year, I remember it was an afternoon, right? I was home alone. I guess God structured it that way for me to fully be saved, understand what salvation truly means. You know, before we just say the salvation prayer as students, flock with others because everyone is going out. So that day I was home alone and I came across this book my mom brought home. It's All the Way to Heaven, something like that. And it's a story about Justin Bieber's mom, how she navigated through life's challenges, struggles, addictions, things I could relate to, you know. So I read that book, and while reading, I got to the point where she said how she met God, and that was the changing point for me. Like, I could not fully understand it yet before that, but that day it was a whole different encounter because I could feel God. I could feel His presence. I could feel that light around me. I yearned to be in His presence. I yearned for that voice. I think that was the same day I started speaking in tongues, right? So that changed the entire thing for me. Yes. Before salvation, I was an addict. I was also this perfect example in public, but behind closed doors, I wasn't. I was also a very angry and bitter teenager. I had anger issues, terrible anger issues, maybe due to trauma and all of those, but I was very bitter. So I was a very bitter child. So that was all the things that I used to do before salvation. But after salvation, I wouldn't say I stopped being an angry child immediately, but then it took time. But then God walked me through the process whereby I was broken, pruned, and now sold out for Jesus. First of all, I prayed about it. You know, coming to terms with the fact that you are an addict is one thing, but then working towards leaving that, you know, is another thing. So I prayed about it first, but this is the thing, prayer works, but then you have to take actions. It requires work, it requires a level of commitment and dedication to becoming a changed person. So I talked to my mom about it. That's the second thing. I spoke to my mom about it. I was open about my addiction. I didn't hide it anymore, because hiding it can always come back to haunt you. But at least if you have someone you are talking to about the addiction process, you know, it's just it just helps you. Then I spoke to mentors, spiritual mentors about that. So those were the things that helped me through it. And I made a commitment to, not be in that space anymore. I had to cut some friends off. I had to change environments. It was that bad. I had to change environment and, so I could just shed off the weight of negativity. Honestly, looking back at it, because as we are talking, I can actually picture it. I would say relief. Relief is the word. Wholeness is another word. Relief and the feeling of being whole again. Yes. I would recommend Jesus any day, any like I legit. Now this is the thing. Before Christ, I was talking about Jesus. But now, I'm not just going to be talking about Jesus. I'm living Jesus. I'm preaching Jesus. I'm showcasing Jesus through everything I do. So yes, I would recommend Jesus. Now, shout out to everybody. Jesus is the number one, number one, realest. My friend used the word Papa, realest Papa you can ever have in your life. Sometimes I feel so lost, even while I'm saved, and it just whispers that do not forget, I will never fail you. So imagine having that kind of person as your backbone. I would recommend Jesus over and over and over again, and I will never stop recommending Jesus, because that indeed is the way, the truth, and the life.